Chicago.
Chicago. Yo, shout out to the Chicago people.
Man, Chi-Town all day. South Side, Pocket Town, 71st Street. It's crazy I'm saying this on the video, but that's what it is. 71st and Ingleside. Chi-Town all day. Went to High Park High School. Much love, much respect to everybody from the Chi. Peace.
Ekow, Simpson. You're from Chicago. Give me 5.
Hey,
yeah, that's how we do it here. I asked him to give me 5. That's how we do it. So thank you very much for checking me out. This is Ekow Simpson. I know it's been a while. I came on your channel, on your TV, your tablet, your phones, because I've been busy with work. Okay, so school just went on break, so I have like 1 month to be doing what I love doing, creating content for you watching me right now. Today is going to be like a special day because I have a special person on my channel right now. Some of you may have seen him and on other videos and all that, but this is going to be exclusive. I have read something about him, his dad, Steve Cockley Sr. I don't know, but we're going to talk about what he's here in Ghana to do. I know he's here to live. He's joined the brotherhood. Yes, he's joined the motherland. He's moved to the motherland, and I love what he's doing. We meet a lot. We hang around a lot. Mostly at a place where you will not want to hang out. But anyway, it is what it is, Charlie.
Yeah, no, they want to be there.
Yeah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. How you doing?
Sorry about that, but no, it's all good, brother. Welcome to Asebu. Welcome to the Black Think Tank Gallery, Nataki.
Yeah.
This is Asebu, the Pan-African Village. This is the first place to break ground. This is the first place built in Ghana, in Asebu, Pan-African Village. So this is number 1. Uno, this is where the block started.
Numero uno. Listen, I've always been saying Mr. Lane is the first man to live here.
He moved he moved into a room while he was still building. But it was incomplete.
Yes,
so he built
but
the room.
him,
but this whole building was complete, and it was the first one to break ground. This is real life, man. This is a true story, man. But it's all love. I love Uncle Lynn. So shout out to
straight. So now, there has been that question, how was the story like moving here and everything. But what I want to hear from you first is, how has it been, you living in Ghana from COVID time till now? How has it been?
So first off, I moved here before COVID.
Okay.
So before COVID, I was here. I lived in Accra 2 years. I lived in the Eastern region 1 year, in Atapuku, right next to Kosomo, by the bridge, over there that way, by Akamofie. But moving to the Central region, I chose the Central region because of the dungeons and then the elders that was in the community. Okay. So I felt like it was a good concentrated area where Black Americans live, and it was a good balance. I could still hang out with the locals and be integrated into the culture, but also I had the mentorship of people that's been here 20, 30 years before me, 10 years before me. So anytime important to me is to be close to your elders, so I can always learn from them. I don't want to just start from scratch, but I'm standing on shoulders of people that came before me. Right. So I chose the Central region. So being here since COVID, I moved here a week before they shut it down. Okay. So I was in Accra, I moved out here, and the next week the government shut down Ghana, shut down the airports, and the world was shut down. So I lived in Elmina. I had an apartment, and I had bought some land in Elmina, in our bay, right behind prison headquarters. And so that's where the Black Think Tank was supposed to go. And since everything was shut down, we couldn't start building. Okay. And so I went down to Mabel's Table in One Africa, talking to some of the elders. They were still open secretly, and just gathering with the Black Americans. And I heard about the Pan-African Village Project through Kwame Ntitu and Rabbi Cohen. Yeah. And so just talking to them, I'm like, we're not sure, with COVID hitting, this may be a shutdown, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, let me go first. I'm crazy enough to go out there. You weren't supposed to be building. Yeah. It's a bush. It was all bush.
It was all bush.
It wasn't no roads or nothing. So I'm like, yo, I can sneak out there. Let me go out there first. Because the project just sounds so good. And I felt like where I was at first, it was 2 plots. And I'd be by myself. Okay. But I wanted to be a part of something that's inspiring, right? And it's something bigger than myself. It's not the Steve Cockley Project. It's the Pan-African Village. To be part of a team. A lot of times Black Americans are known for coming and not working together, even amongst themselves. We come in, we may want to integrate in the culture, may have all Ghanaian friends, but a lot of times
they're trying to separate
it's a miscommunication amongst themselves, right? Sometimes everybody want to be the best diasporan, and it gets kind of ugly a bit. But I wanted to do something that was more teamwork, not just about myself. And so I'm like, yo, let me break ground here first, and then it may inspire people to want to do it, because it may be a thing where you're kind of like one of those things where people may be scared, but if they see somebody laying blocks. Like laying blocks can be worth 3 videos. right? The work, the actual work being done. Like when you was building a library, I'm pretty sure when your donation started, when you start showing progress in the library, the more donations because it's real.
It's real.
The visual is real. So laying blocks is real. And so I want to be the visual for the project, right? And so that's how that came about in terms of during COVID.
Well, I love the fact that you said when you are moving here, you need to be closer to the elderly so that you can learn. They have been here more than 10 years ago. So if you move in, they are the best people to hang around with. And I love that. Yeah. Even in our local dialect, we say that a child who learns to wash his hand eats with the elders. If you learn to wash your hand well, you eat with the elders. So it's exactly what you are saying in a different term. Now, you saw the Asebu Pan-African Village, and then you were like, let me sneak in and go and check what is going on. And then you got yourself some plots, and then you started building. How long did it take for you to build this edifice?
Well, this project, I decided to not build my house first, which is another unique thing that
so this is
nobody else did at Pan-African Village.
So this is not your
a project. I said, I'm going to build my project first.
Okay.
So one of the main things, bro, before we even move into that decision is, see, I'm not retired. 90% of the successful community is retired. They get 401k, pension, and Social Security. So the hardest part for somebody that's not retired is how do you sustain yourself in Ghana? You may see a lot of people, Mr. Ekow Simpson, come and move here, but it don't work out. Or they have to go back.
You have to go back,
because they never figure out how to sustain themselves.
Right.
It ain't that they hate Ghana or they don't like it no more and they want to go back. It was more so of how do I make money?
Yeah.
And so for myself, I have to create. I have to still be an entrepreneur and build at the same time. So I want to build a project first. And that way, then build my house second. But I have to keep in movement of progress and inspiration. So I have to inspire myself to want to be here, right? It's like create something that's going to keep me busy, live in my purpose.
Right.
I have to live in my purpose. And a lot of people that's my age don't find their purpose. So they come in and say, I'm going to open a restaurant because I want to make money. I want to open up this because I want money. I'm going to open up a club. But you never opened up a club in the States. You never did that. You never had a restaurant. You're not a chef.
No. So why do you come here and then the first thing?
So initially I came in and found my purpose. I knew what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So it was a matter of doing it. And doing it with passion and love. And so when the lights go out, I don't care because I'm in the zone. I don't care if the water off because I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
So I wanted to create what I do first and then sleep in it, right? It's like the crazy entrepreneurs, even Elon Musk with all those billions, sleep at the factory a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know, and so a lot of times when you're in that purpose and passion, you don't care about all that stuff.
All these
so
things,
for me, it was do the project first. This is what's going to keep me focused. This is what's going to keep me here. And so I decided to build a black think tank first, which dedicates most of it to people figuring out how to sustain themselves. But not just black Americans, Ghanaians, Nigerians, people of color, black people, you know, because it's not a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
So a lot of times to get out of a situation what Ghana is in now, and what black people are in now is we need innovators. We need engineers, we need architects, but also you have to own it. You have to create it because it's not available where you can, I'm an architect, here go 10 jobs. Let me go fill out 8 applications with 8 companies. It's not hiring. Yeah. Even UCC right there, the #1 school for 4 years in a row in all of West Africa, all those kids graduate, they go to national service, no jobs.
There's no job,
And so now it's time for the creators to create these jobs. I'm not asking everybody to be entrepreneurs, but the people with the skill set need to go ahead and move forward first. And that's what's going to make progressive moving forward for Ghana. So that was like, for me, it was like, I have to, everything I say, I have to live it. Yeah. So everything I say is my background. So you look behind me, that's it.
Yeah.
Everything my words I'm trying to speak is
what
blocks
you're doing
right
now.
So I never told my family, you should buy land in Asebu. Never. I just posted 1-minute videos. And I got 7 cousins living in Asebu that bought land in Asebu. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw the work. So my work had to speak louder.
Right.
So by me creating the project first and then trying to help people, it kind of putting the work in front. Besides the mouth and the words.
Right.
You know, and so that's what inspired me to do the project first.
Beautiful. This is deep. Now, walking around here with the project you're talking about, I have seen a couple of things that I want you to talk about. I've seen this room here. Yeah. This is Black Think Tank.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I am a Ghanaian. I've lived here. I don't know what Black Think Tank is. Yeah. Tell me what that is.
A lot of people don't know what Black Think Tank is, right? It's the name of it. But the goal was, I went to California in 2019.
Okay.
Well, I was living in Ghana already, but I went to go visit in 2019.
Okay.
And what I noticed in San Francisco, I went to the Bay. I went to the district where it's Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley, yeah.
So I noticed that a lot of people that don't look like us, they have a lot of think tanks Facebook, Instagram, Uber, Lyft is another like Bolt. Lyft is like Bolt. But like these different companies had think tanks where they would hire people straight out of Stanford University and other Cal Berkeley and other places and pay them $300,000-400,000 just to think all day. Like sit in a room and come up with great ideas and we'll cover everything else. And so my idea was, as black people, we always reactionary. The exchange rate, we react. The bills come, we react. We just reacting, but we're never in the forefront. We're not bringing any solution. What is the progressive part of it? Why we gotta get in the front of this? Right. We need people to think. So I wanted to create a space where we got thinkers thinking and creating up with solutions. Like you said, problem, you put up the problem. You don't complain about it all day and spend 3-hour lectures all for the rest of your life talking about the problem. We have problem solution formulas. You bring great dope people that got good ideas into one space. It's beautiful what comes out of that. So my mindset was create a space where you're not asking people for their money in terms of like it costs. Come in here, use the data. Do whatever what you need to do. I just want the thinkers to innovate. Right, and have a space where they could be dope. If they want to host things like I mentioned earlier, book signings, medical events, women empowerment groups, men empowerment groups, the homeowners association for Pan-African Village meets here. Meetings here, events here, everybody. It's like a helicopter pad for free. For free, So I notice people, I don't have enough money, 1,000 CDs, 2,000 CDs to rent this space. Come here, you can do it for free. And I just want to launch dope people. And I think that's how you move black people forward. But giving them an opportunity where they don't have to pay early. Let them use that money for something else. You know, and so I'm like, I want to just create that space. And it ain't just for events. People could come every day and use the computers, but I want those minds to be in one space. To also inspire each other. If I see an Ekow Simpson here, then I look across, they go Dr. Tracy Ross, they go such and such. They go,
you see the whole place is like, deep.
Okay, let me get into my, and then sometimes these build into conversations where it's like, it's super dope. And then people come by and they may not know what they want to do, but they see these people in the room and now you got help. It's a networking system now. When people come to me, I help them get residence permits, driver's license. I don't charge for that. I'm not a consultant in that. Right? I don't make money off that. And so I want to create that space where people can feel comfortable and know that, oh, Steve not doing it because I got to pay him. Steve doing it because I love him. And it's a lack of love right now, man. We lack love.
We lack love, right?
Bro. We lack love, bro.
But we need to bring in the love. Because what you're saying just put my mind to something where I would say, I may be correct or I may be wrong, that black people always complain. We always want to complain. Whining. We always want to complain. Always want to complain. But I love the fact that you're coming with this idea that says that, okay, fine, you can complain, but let's come and sit down and think of a solution to our problems. Because a lot of times when we go on social media, you see we talk too much. But never do they say, okay, after talking, this is what I think we should do. So I love this think tank. I think when school resumes, I'm going to bring my students here. As for sure, I'm going to bring my students here. Let them come and see what you're doing. I mean, the idea behind everything. Because I feel we talk too much. Everything. We want to complain. Like the Chinese are here building, blah, 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 blah. What are we doing as Africans together with the diaspora? Because you guys are the most brilliant people in the world. I keep saying that. Because you're lucky to have the melanin, the black root inside you, aside that you grew up in a place where they are always thinking of moving to the next level. So people say USA is like 100 years more than Africa because we need 100 more years to fit what they are doing now. But I think there's a lot we can do together. There's a lot we can do together.
You don't want to create another America, but I understand we still have some of those skill sets that we can show the world, different things that we learned from over there.
That is what I'm saying.
We would definitely tweak it a bit. But yeah, man, that's part of the game. You know, it's part of the work, man. You know, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
But I think it's better when people are doing what they love to do and not just doing it for money. That's what this place is. I wanted people to tap into like their purpose, right? Like come here and be bothered, right? Like even some of the messages on the paintings.
I wanted you to take us
pick
around.
On people. So
let's go around and let's see some of the messages that you have here.
Just in general, I don't know if you want to pick one, but
intention and just capability.
Just in general, man. Like this. First off, the paintings was based on. you know, again, being in a room, wanting to express messages through abstract art, right? So I treat it like graffiti artwork. Graffiti abstract art. That's what it is. That's why I would put the category if somebody tried to box it in. But just messages that would come in and spark people, spark an idea. But pick at people if it's their religion, if it's their nationality, if it's their belief system, right? Things that keep people boxed in, their fears, their insecurities. I want to pick at that and break that barrier where people can go and be great and not be worried about, like you know in Ghana, so many Ghanaians are worried about what people think. They walk down the road be like, oh my God.
Yeah, who's thinking about me? What is
you can never be great like that, right? No great people care about what other people thinking, right? They may have some insecurities, maybe like, oh, they may be shy to talk to a girl or something. It may be real detailed, but in the broad perspective, you gotta be focused, right? And you gotta break some barriers that we was told was true. Even for Black Americans. You know, we have to unlearn and relearn. Even come to Ghana. Imagine, you speak 2 or 3, 4 languages. And you've been doing that since this tall. I know only 1 language. And you call me brilliant. But I look at that and I see little 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds who speak 3 languages. That's genius to me. That's a great way to start. You know where you came from. You know your tribe. You have a local dialect. You have a local tongue. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful place to start at. And that's how I look at Ghana. I don't look at Ghana as like, I don't look at it as 100 years behind America. I just look at it in a different way, right? Yes, there's some things that can be done, but you have a great starting point. The way somebody say you're invited when you bring a meal. I don't say that shit because I wouldn't even, it's in me. I come from a capitalistic mindset. Get it how you can eat. This is my food.
This is my food.
Chop time, no friend.
Chop time,
no friend. But it's like just the things that you can walk around at night and may be okay. Not saying it's perfect, but it's a great starting point to be dope, right? Now it just needs to be inspired. We need the Ghanaians who are capable, who are great, that want to stay here. Like I just spoke at that school a couple months ago, St. Augustine. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Augustine,
with the green and white. So they had their homecoming. And I was speaking to the kids. I asked them, well, how many want to leave? And out of like 50, 60 kids,
everybody want to leave
except for 2, right? They was like, I think they didn't even hear me. The only people that didn't say that was the 2 people that didn't hear me, right? So they didn't raise their hand, but I think everybody would have raised their hand. But my thing is, okay, some of y'all moms and dads are in the market all day to provide you with a good education. Lights out, water out. Who gonna stay and fix those problems? If the most brilliant kids leave to Germany, France, America. They said, what would they say? There's more Ghana doctors in New York than there is all of Ghana. But I can't almost fault that. I used to be mad at that. When I was in Chicago, I used to be upset that Africans left Africa. Coming to Ghana, I understand that because there's no jobs. Because there's not no utilization of the skill sets. You got brilliant people selling pure water, selling shea butter. You got people that can fix the water system, not doing anything right now. So that's what part of this project is too. Is to get this up and going, right? Get these brilliant people working. Ghana's number 1 resource is not gold, it's silver.
It's the human resource,
it's the human resource, the people. It's too much brilliance in Ghana. Too much that's not being utilized. And so the gutter system, the water system, the lights, and again, I love Ghana. I think Ghana has a great starting point, but we know the work that needs to be done. I just think, and the people are here. You don't even need outside help. It's within, but the within need to be inspired. They need a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to wake up and say, yo, I'm ready today. Not that, oh, Halle, I'm about to go make 10 city, 20 cities, Halle, just so I go Chapo. But no, we need people that want to just, okay, our job for this year, from July to January is, we're going to get all the electricians in Ghana to come up with a plan, and some engineers to come up with a plan to make sure lights never go out again. That's a 6-month plan. 6 months, but they need to be inspired to want to get together. So that way, some people like an Ekow Simpson who can gravitate to a crowd. That's why it's important. People that can move a mob. It's just as important as the genius because the genius can't move the mob. So you kind of need these combinations to work together. That's what this site is. That's what this 180 by 80 plot is, to get all those same people in one room. The lawyers, the doctors, but also the creators, the promoters, the club. It matters. Everybody's role matters. Everybody want to belittle the next one because they ain't got no title or they ain't wearing no British wig in court. We need everybody on deck. Everybody has a role and it matters, bro. And so that's what this space is. It's no judgment. It ain't only for these people or only for these people. And you ain't got none. Everybody got something to contribute. And I want to get that out of them where it's not you doing something just for money. You doing what you love to do. And that matters.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot coming from Steve Coakley right now. And one thing he said, that is what this 80 by 100 is all about. This
is actually an
100
80
space.
by 80.
This is 80
Because
by 80.
back then they was doing 80 by 80,
80,
100 by 80, and 100 by 100. Yeah. So I bought two 80 by 80s. I ended up giving one to my cousin.
Okay.
That's why my house that I'm building is back there because we switched plots.
Great.
Shout out to my cousin Magic.
Hey, Magic was
Over there
good.
building that 2-story house, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. So out of Chicago.
Chicago. Yo, shout out to the Chicago people.
Man, Chi-Town all day. South Side, Pocket Town, 71st Street. It's crazy I'm saying this on the video, but that's what it is. 71st and Ingleside. Chi-Town all day. Went to High Park High School. Much love, much respect to everybody from the Chi. Peace.
Great. I heard something about your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I went online, Googling him. And I would say he was like, I don't know whether I should say he is. He is or he was like Martin Luther King and the others. Just tell us a little bit about your dad.
In his own right? He was an activist. He was a researcher. Mm-hmm. He had worked for the mayor's office. And similar to some of our black people, no matter what position you get, he had made a statement about the Jewish community and got fired from the mayor's office in Chicago. Right, he was working with the mayor of Chicago, and you know, Chicago is the 3rd largest city in America, so it's a big city. I come from a big city. Chicago is huge, and he got fired from the mayor's office, and it was because of the statement he made against Jewish people. You know, and actually he was just reading an article to a class from the New York Times. Okay, so he's reading the article, but they wanted him to apologize. See, that's how they demasculate you. They take your manhood by making you apologize, our best, our brightest, because usually you still gotta get paid by them.
By them. So if you don't do it,
my dad had refused to apologize. He said the lecture was like on a Saturday. Sunday, the mayor called him, wanted him to apologize on Monday. Right? All week, it took all week for him to say no. Like Debbie. All week. And so by Friday, he ended up getting fired, man. That kind of started his journey in terms of not apologizing, standing on that shit. Right. So he ended up starting doing lectures, what he actually loved to do. He loved to research and then present to the universities, to the lectures, anywhere that people sent for him. So people all over the country would send for him. He started doing these lectures and started getting bigger and bigger. So he refused, and he even told the family, like, a white man could never fire me again. And that means something in my family. You know what I'm saying? Based on where I come from, it matters. You know, and so we come from a Pan-African family, an activist family. Even my mom, that's this gallery, Nataki, is named after Nataki. Right here is my mom. My mom was part of the Black Panther movement in Chicago. At 16 years old, changed her name from Colleen to Nataki at 16, and my grandma used to beat her for that too. But like her being part of the Panther movement, selling Black Panther newspapers before she go to high school and stuff like that. So she grew up in that. She came to West Africa and had stuff in the house that was from Senegal and stuff. We're learning about Africa early. I was born into this. I was never a Christian or a Muslim or anything else. I was always Pan-African. Early. I was born into it. I didn't have a choice. You know, again, they didn't force it on us, but it was the family. It was like a family business. It wasn't just my dad, it was my mom. So in terms of my dad, man, he just kept going, and he got real popular all over the country doing that. And this is pre-YouTube, pre-internet.
Yeah, because so you don't see
you have to kind of get called out, and then people will have to seek you, and then they come see you speak. And they like, you know, now you can sit down, and it's about how many views you get, because everybody can see you, which is dope. It gets better and better. But my dad came from an era where it wasn't as many, like you said, it's a lot of people talking. At then it wasn't a lot of people talking. It was a lot of people talking, but they wasn't good enough to be sent for. Like a university paying you to come speak. And so my dad, man, he just loved what he did. He was for the people. One thing I know for sure was he was genuine. He was very genuine, man. That kept me going because it's like, it's my name. I had the same name. I'm the second. So it's like we say our name is our credit score. No matter where you go in the world, you want to be solid. You want to be genuine. Strong, you want to have your moral code.
I can see that.
Anywhere you at, you're like, I carry my name how I carry. I take my name seriously. And so I try to watch my moves based on that. I can't do no fuckery shit. I can't do no weirdo shit because
you need to protect the name.
I have to protect the name. And also, it's just, it's what you should do anyway, right? But it's also, I'm more careful with it. But my dad, he kind of set the pace. My mom, I'm grateful for both of them. But yeah, man, it's crazy. A lot of people know my dad, and my dad actually more popular now because of YouTube. So people posted the old lectures. Old videos, see, it's not him posting because he passed away in 2012. But like people recorded the message, you know, the lectures. My dad used to sell his lectures on tape and VHS, right? And then it just spread it around, and people are still watching lectures from the 90s, and they'll come to Ghana and be like, yo, man, blah, blah. Or a lot of people will see my dad because he came to the university. So while they were small, like some of the guys in the community, he spoke at their school when they was young.
When they were younger.
You know, and so some of the people you know already, I don't want to name them now, but just kind of that process of me coming now,
Right.
and they're seeing it, and it's like, oh. So it's a responsibility too, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot of weight on the shoulders, but I don't mind it. I'm natural with it.
Yeah.
So
Was it hard for you to just leave everything in the land we call the land of milk and honey,
Yeah, USA.
to come to the motherland, to a land of bitter leaves?
Nah, that's a good question, man, because the diaspora community is mixed up with different people and different reasons on why they come.
Right.
We get a lot of confusion, like we all came for the same reason, right? You know, a lot of women, they come for men, period. Like, I'm gonna get that out the way. I'm on YouTube. I said it. I don't care.
A lot of
I'm gonna say a lot of women who they divorce or they can't get a man in the States or something happened. They come to Ghana thinking that they can get something because they can make the money. They can control the situation. They think I'm gonna come get me a Ghana man. Whatever, man. That's 89% of that. And I can stand on that. I know that, but it is what it is. And I'm talking about the new generation of women, probably like from 2005 on. It's a lot of old sisters that came here. They came with their man already.
Oh, yeah.
They came with a Ghanaian man, or they came on some other stuff. You got a lot of those elders, but they still around because their structure was different. See, a lot of those women that come just for the man, they're gone in 2 years. Sometimes they done curse the man out, verbally abuse him. Their money gone. He run to the north. He can't take it no more. She got to leave and put everything in his name. She go whatever. But that kind of stuff. But to get back to the point of it is, me leaving, man, was about finding my purpose. Actually, I didn't even choose Ghana. Ghana actually chose me. I got tired, man. I had quit my job in 2014. I was making 2014. I quit my job in Chicago. I was working in the city of Chicago. Decent job, no kids, no wife, Hummer. I'm living, man. I got 2 cars, and even before I left Africa, I had 4. So I'm leaving. I'm not leaving a bum. I'm not leaving like, oh, I didn't work out good in America. Let me go to Ghana and try.
You were doing good.
I was doing good, but I wasn't. The wasn't was, again, coming from parents that lived a purpose. I wasn't living my purpose. I made more money than my parents. I had stuff. I had places. I had the girls. I had the drinks. It's all that party. I was go keep it real. But like, they know that. There's people that know what it is. But it's like, I wasn't living a purpose though, man. And I remember going to a Kanye West concert. I flew to Las Vegas in October 2016. I flew to a concert to see Kanye. Kanye from Chicago. Grew up 5 minutes from me. And I went to go see him in concert, me and my best friend. And I'm coming down the hotel and I run into a guy. He said, hey man, you Steve Coakley II. And I said, yeah, man, I have no Facebook. I have no social media presence, right? I did one interview on a YouTube channel, but whatever, he knew my face or whatever. And he started telling me a story about my dad when he came to Clark, Atlanta. And he's teary-eyed about it. So I'm looking at him like, dang, this is 2016. My dad had been dead for 4 years. And after I left, I couldn't stop thinking about this guy. Even when I went to the concert, then I see Kanye. He's on this moving stage, he's performing.
But it still clicks in your head.
But I'm looking at him, he grew up 5 minutes where I'm from, and he's just passionate about what he's doing. And this is Kanye 26, so he up in the game. And then this thing with my dad, dude, I stayed up for like 40 hours straight. I didn't get no sleep. Not thinking about this. Just thinking about what am I doing? What is my contribution to my people? I'm getting money. I got these condos. I got the townhouse. Got the cars. I had an old school. I don't want to talk about it, but it is what it is. But like, I'm like, but I'm empty. I'm living life with no purpose. And so then at that moment, I called one of my dad's best friends named Will Crosby. Shout out to Will Crosby. I call him. I say, bro, when you go to Africa, where you be going? And he said, man, I'll be going to Ghana. I said, bro, I want to go to Ghana. And he was like, man, but for how long? I said, nah, man, one-way ticket, bro. And he was like, well, what you mean, Steve? I'm like, nah, man, I'm tired of this shit, bro. I got to find my purpose. So if he say Uganda, if he say Senegal,
you would have been there.
It's where I'm going based on the connection. So he ended up introducing me to Auntie Vanessa. Shout out to her, Uncle Shamsi. Uncle Shamsi lived in Chicago. He's a Ghanaian who lived in Chicago and lived in other places, Milwaukee, other places. But he came back under the Kwame Nkrumah Act. So he came under that Kwame Nkrumah spirit, energy, come back, build, form, build up Ghana. And so I reached out to them. This was Halloween weekend, October. I was on an airplane 6 weeks later, one-way ticket to Ghana. And so my thing wasn't about, I had an idea of a think tank or any of that. My idea was, Steve, you gotta go find your purpose in life. I refuse to live another day without searching for my purpose. I would never live another day empty, just getting money, just buying shit, materialist, consumerism, all that shit that's caught up in the matrix all over though, right? In Ghana, in Accra, in America, people are working every day to buy shit. I'm refusing to just buy shit. I want to be impactful. What can I create that live 100 years after my death? My dad is still living, and he's been dead.
But he's still
what am I contributing? That's what I felt in that hotel room staying up 40 straight hours. I even missed my flight. I had to rebook the flight. I was supposed to leave on a Monday. I left Wednesday. It was just bothering me. I was just like, I'm not leaving until I know what I'm doing. Then once I figured out, okay, y'all, I got the WhatsApp. I'm texting them. I'm coming to Ghana. Then I left my hotel, flew back home, started selling my stuff, sold different things. Still didn't have a straight plan. Never been to Ghana before I came.
The first time.
But it wasn't about moving to Ghana more so as I'm going to find my purpose. So that was the initiation of my story of leaving America. You said, was it easy? Man, it was the easiest thing, one of the easiest things I've ever done in terms of making the decision.
Okay.
Because I refused to do that again.
Okay.
That was like, when you're fed up, you're fed up. And I read a book called The Alchemist, which talks about, it's a short book, it's a good book. Some people know about it, but like, it's about chasing your dreams.
Okay.
And just going forward with it, taking faith and just going. Like, so I'm not even that spiritual or religious.
Yeah.
So many people that are religious don't have the faith. I had faith. I was betting on myself. Yeah. Matter of fact, you throw me out anyway, I'm gonna figure it out. That's that's the Chicago attitude, Chicago, right? I got Chicago tattoo on my arm. It's like, that's how we roll. We Chicago versus everybody. So it's like, we can go anywhere. Yeah. That's the attitude, especially from my neighborhood and stuff. It's like, come on, man, put me anywhere. But I gotta find my purpose. Right. I want to live a purposeful, passionate life. And so I wanted to go figure that out. So that was my decision. Sorry around that long round.
No, that's okay. Let's go inside. Let's go inside.
So this is Gallery Nataki. This is another place people can rent out. Again, when people rent the space, they get the both buildings, they get the whole land, they get it for free. They're not renting it, but they're just using the space to launch projects, to launch events, etc., stuff like that.
Okay. Wow, this is a cool place you have there.
So building this space here, man, I wanted people to kind of walk in Ghana. I know a lot of places. I've been in Ghana 7 years now. When I started building this, I had been in Ghana 3.5 years at the time I started building. So I wanted to create a loft space where I knew I wouldn't live here forever while I'm building my house 5 minutes behind this space. But I wanted to create a space that's still open. If you notice, every space don't have rooms. I did not want rooms because that's what, especially in America and different other countries like UK, London, Germany, France, we had these cubicles. We had rooms that you just stuck in. I wanted to keep open spaces. Just to keep space. It declutters the mind. And so I want to keep open spaces and not too much junk. Okay. And so that way we can also move furniture. Like when we do yoga in here, we move the pool table, we move the couches out the way. So it's like a mobile thing. Yeah. Where we can constantly do different things and based on what the person coming in to do, what they want to do. And so part of this space, again, what I want to explain, like small is, that's what they say in Ghana, small. I have to kind of translate. I know some of my friends, they talk so different. Like, hey, hey, what is he saying? People back home, I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? But like, I want to create a space where people could do projects, launch things here, right? And so I want to just have that opportunity, give that people an opportunity to do things for content, for they're launching a product, they're launching a hairline, they're launching something. Right. I just wanted dope people to do dope things and then have spaces where they could do it at. And so this is kind of that vibe, again, with the artwork, some of the messages on there, it's expression. All the paintings I did while I was building. So while I'm in my 1-bedroom apartment in Elmina, living below my means, my apartment was in American money, so people that's watching, it was $50 a month at that time, which was 300 CDs. 200 CDs. So again, this is an example of diasporans and the difference. A lot of diasporans come and they don't want to sacrifice to get to that bigger outcome. So for me, I was like, I already lived. I had apartments in Accra. I lived in the Eastern region. And then I said, okay, if I'm going to build and be successful at building, I got to live below my means. And so living below your means is, yes, I was living in a place with no air conditioning. My 1-bedroom, it was decent. I was able to repaint it, do some good things, but it was 300 CDs. And my counterparts, other people my age that was around in 20, 21, 22, they get these $500 apartments, the $300 apartments, but they don't know how they're going to make money here. See, I already figured out how I was going to make money here. And even then, to be able to build was, I got to live below your means, sacrifice early
so that you
to
can
get to the
something
end game. But that's also conquering your insecurities. You still, like some people come in with their insecurities, they don't feel right, or what if somebody see me? But sometimes you got to start over again to go up. And it's like, then all of them are gone.
Because
90% of the people that came in 2020 during COVID, because we had a lot of people my age that was around, 90% of them are at home. And that was like a year or two ago, not like right now. 2 years ago, they didn't make 2 years.
They're going back.
And again, they're going back. They couldn't survive here. And you know some of these people, they didn't figure out how to sustain themselves, and then about naming them, much love to them, and I hope they come back. But part of the strategy of moving to Africa is like making this crazy move, right? Because it's still not crazy like it's a bad way, but crazy because you have to be somewhat crazy.
Smart,
You have to be in your
you have to really, really believe in yourself too. But also, you coming and making this move, you want to kind of deal with those insecurities and find your inner peace.
Yeah.
Right? Get in a place where you don't care about what people think, and then grow from there. This is a good place. Ghana was great for me because I was able to find myself, find inner peace, but also like work on things like patience.
Okay,
I was always busy. Ghana forces you patience. They never teach me shit. They're like, I turn in this paperwork. They be like, it's supposed to be done this week. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Chale, give me some time, Chale. Hey, like Asawala. Hey, man, like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo. But like 3 months later, paperwork finally ready. I was like, but I learned a lot with that.
Yeah.
Take my time.
Yeah, be patient.
And even in that, I'm able to do other things.
Right.
And think on things. So now that I know it's going to take this while, okay, is this what I really want to do? See, in America, we do so many things. I can start 4 businesses in a week. Not meaning like the structures and everything. I'm talking about like,
the ideas and putting things together.
And you're in there registering and you're like, oh, I changed my mind. Just because it was so fast to do. You done already spent $700 to register a business that you don't even want to do no more. And luckily in Ghana, it's like, wait a minute. This is going to take 4 months. I better make sure I want this because this ain't going to come back for a long time.
Even within that, you have the time to think about something.
Think about it. Exactly, bro. And so I'm grateful for Ghana. I'm grateful for what Ghana did for me. Yeah. And I was able to utilize that. Not just look at what Ghana don't have, but look at what Ghana have and grow from that. Yes.
There's one thing that I'm going to ask. I know this is deep. What I'm going to ask you, but before that, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone and think. That is why we are here.
That quote came from somebody else. I love that quote. Really? Again, I was sitting in an apartment during COVID while I was building. I'm in this apartment, the whole world shut down. And so I'm able to even think deeper. You know, I started deeper into philosophy and different things. And again, trying to carve your reality. And in life, we should try to create our reality. Like, what's your reality? And nobody outside of that can control that. But it's up to you to work on those different things. And so sitting in the room is like having that time dealing with yourself. You can't blame nobody else when you're in the room by yourself. You know, but you also deal with your issues. And when you come out that room, you're ready. You know, you're ready, and you're secure in what you are and who you are, and you know what you want to work on. So you got that tunnel vision to focus on what you're working on, and you go from there.
Peace.